So if you're having issues with your Roku remote, I'm going to give you a bunch of things that we can check to kind of hopefully fix the problem. First, we need to figure out which type of remote you have. If you have a simple remote, you're not going to have a voice button here. I have the voice remote. So the first step to do if you have a simple remote, well, let's do it for the voice one too. Take the batteries out of this remote and let them sit, or let it sit for a full 60 seconds. That's going to be like a soft reset and might fix our issue. Also, we want to make sure that the batteries that we have inside of the remote are charged, right? Like they have some charge. They might have a low charge, which is causing the issues with the remote. So if you think it's a battery issue, go ahead and replace those. You can actually see if you're able to use the remote at all in settings, remotes and devices, remotes. Here's my voice remote that's set up. If I go to about, you can see that the battery level there for this one is 81%. If it's lower, that's when you're going to want to see about getting new batteries. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, this one's really cool. So actually, the voice remote relies on Bluetooth, so it doesn't need, actually, is it Bluetooth? The basic remote relies on clear line of sight. So if you have the basic remote, make sure that you can clearly see your Roku device. There's nothing in front of it, so that it works. But for the voice remote, it actually uses something else, like a Bluetooth. So if I hit the home button, even though it can't see, it's still able to control the TV, which is really cool. But it uses an IR sensor. So right here, there's actually a sensor that we cannot see. So if I hit the button here, you don't see like a red light. But if you pull out your phone and do the same thing, hit that button. Uh-oh. Back out of that. Where's it at? Maybe. Well, there should be a little light right there that pops. Why is this not working? You can see the TV's moving, but where's the light? Either way, it's in there. Let me just turn that off and maybe... There it is. You saw that. There's that light. Okay. So I guess the power button is the one to hit. So that's going to tell you whether the IR sensor in the remote is good. If it's bad, replace the remote. They're inexpensive. I'll put a link below for you to get a new one. Now, if the remote just stops working, you can also download your Roku app. And here, you have the remote option here. Hit that. And it's going to ask you to connect to your device, which I'll do right now. Loading, connected, great. And now I can use my phone as the remote for the Roku device. Now, if neither one of these are working, it's time to reset the app. So unplug it for a full 60 seconds, let it chill for a bit. If you have access to your app, you can use that to get to the factory reset on the TV, which, yeah. Yeah, so factory reset is going to settings, and then it should be system, and then you go to advanced system settings. Factory reset is right there. Put in your code and reset it. So these are just a few things you can check to hopefully get your Roku remote back online. If this helped, let me know. If it didn't help, also let me know, but let me know what did work, because I'm just a guy sitting in his spare bedroom trying to make content about fixing technology, and it's hard sometimes. So hope you're well, and we'll see you next time.